The EFF is currently marching to the Constitutional Court in Braamfontein to demand the long-awaited Phala Phala judgment. The case was heard, you might remember, in November last year, but a ruling is yet to be delivered. This case at the Apex Court is a review application by the EFF to challenge the National Assembly's decision back in December of 2022 not to adopt that independent panel report. It found that there is prima facie evidence that President Ramaphosa may have violated the Constitution and the Prevention of Combating of Corrupt Activities Act relating to the alleged theft of large sums of money at his farm back in 2020. SABC News senior reporter Samkele Maseko is keeping up with marchers from the EFF, and he joins us now live from the Assembly Point. And we've already heard from the Constitutional Court itself, at least the Chief Justice Samkele, who's explained that backlogs are the reason why that judgment is still not out. The EFF clearly not buying it.
Indeed, and the EFF is not buying that particular reasoning coming from the Constitutional Court and the Chief Justice. We are seeing numbers of the EFF ground forces. They're gathering here at the Mary Fitzgerald Square. They'll be marching to the Constitutional Court. I am joined by Omphile Maotwe, who is the Treasurer General of the EFF. The Chief Justice says the backlog is the reason as to why the judgment is not out on this Phala Phala judgment at this point in time. Do you buy that particular explanation as the EFF?
Greetings to you, Samkele, and the viewers of SABC. We don't buy into it. Samkele, is 2025 now. We're coming to the end of 2025. This matter allegedly happened in 2020 and was wrapped under caps until 2022, the 1st of June, when Arthur Fraser went to the police station to lay a case, to lay a criminal charge against Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa. Now, you can't have a judge who has been sitting with the judgment for more than a year, saying that, giving that lazy excuse. The people of South Africa has been waiting since 2022 when this matter came into light of what needs to happen. We saw ANC with their majority in Parliament trying to get this matter back again under wraps. But we as the EFF, we took the matter here to the Constitutional Court for a relief that is sought by us as members of Parliament, but equally as the people of South Africa. Samkele, we can't continue to have Dr. Ramaphosa not answering to the issue of Phala Phala matter. He's not above the law. And what is being perpetuated now by the Constitutional Court is to project him as an individual who is above the law. So the Constitutional Court judges cannot play to the gallery. Their own standards and norms is that the judgment must be issued within 3 months. It should be concerning from the judges themselves that is now over a year and the matter is not being finalized as yet. We are sitting with an ad hoc committee looking into the allegations made by General Omphile. We've got a commission of inquiry looking into the allegations by General Omphile, which are projecting a picture that says or tries to suggest that the judges might be captured. Now, what then happens when you've got judges of the highest court in the land behaving in the manner in which they're behaving?
Are you not worried that particularly after your court appearance on this particular issue at the Con Court, a number of judges have since gone into retirement, there's been replenishment, you've had Deputy Chief Justice Dustin Mlambo being brought in as the Deputy Chief Justice as well?
We can't be worried because the judges that sat on this matter, they've probably submitted their findings or their views in what needs to happen. So the judgment must still come. Whether people go on retirement, I want to believe that in the Constitutional Court there's succession planning. So they knew that when these judges go out, what needs to happen to the cases that they were sitting on. There is a norms and standards that the judges apply or abide by in the judiciary. And therefore, we should not be worried. But what we are worried about, Samkele, is that the judgment is not coming out. 1 year later, we're still here, we're still asking the Phala Phala matter, what happened actually. And this matter is not a 2-year-old, it's not a 3-year-old, it's a 5-year-old matter because the incident happened in 2020, and that is the bottom line. So it should be concerning that a matter that has dragged for so long is still not being finalized.
Are you not worried that there may be dissenting views, particularly amongst the Con Court judges on this issue, just like a dissenting judgment on the issue of former President Jacob Zuma on his arrest?
It's allowed. That's why there's a panel. They can't always see things the same way. But the bottom line is we need to reach a conclusion of the matter. They need to make a decision. Whether there'll be 5 against, 4 against, or whatever number, The bottom line is the judgment should be issued. Even with those dissenting views, we've got in our courts what we call minority judgment. Those that are not agreeing with the majority judgment, they can issue a minority judgment. It is allowed by our courts. We're here, we want justice for what happened on the day, fateful day in Phala Phala farm.
Have you engaged with the Constitutional Court judges on this particular issue? Have you engaged with the courts, written to them asking why the judgment is not out as yet?
That's not the norm, that's not the standard. We went to court and then the court itself says with its written standards and norms that within 3 months the judgment will be issued. There's no need for us to be begging them again and keep on going to them, asking them why are you not complying with your own deadlines, because it's their own deadlines. But if we're sitting here 5 years later and the matter of Phala Phala is not closed, every individual should actually be worried about our judges in the Constitutional Court.
Thank you very much, Omphile Maotwe, the Treasurer General of the EFF, saying that South Africans should be worried that a year later the Phala Phala judgment is not out of the Constitutional Court, despite the Court having norms and standards that judgments are normally out within 3 months.
All right, Samkele Maseko, pace picking up there from Mary Fitzgerald Square in Johannesburg. For now, Samkele, thanks very much indeed. Marches, of course, are going to move from there a couple kilometers to the Constitutional Court, where I imagine they're going to hand over some kind of document pushing for this judgment to finally be released. We do have an SABC news team already stationed at the Constitutional Court to catch them as they arrive.